The songwriting partnership of Paul McCartney and John Lennon remains unmatched in the annals of pop music. Together, they led the Beatles to global acclaim, particularly in the 1960s. Initially, their collaboration was deeply intertwined, but by the band's later years, both artists started crafting songs individually, seeking each other's input for final edits rather than full co-writing. Although united in their goal, competition was always present. John Lennon acknowledged in a 1980 interview that there was a subtle race to dominate the band's output, especially in terms of who would write the next hit. He remarked that many of the group's earlier successes bore his imprint and joked that McCartney only sang part of A Hard Day's Night because it was beyond his own vocal ability. McCartney, reflecting in a 2018 60 Minutes interview, concurred. He noted that while the rivalry wasn't openly discussed during the band's peak, both men admitted later that each was quietly pushing the other to do better. He recounted how Lennon's Strawberry Fields Forever led him to respond with Penny Lane, both songs rooted in the childhood streets of Liverpool. Interestingly, Paul had wanted to write about Penny Lane as early as 1965, after it appeared in the original lyrics of In My Life. During the Sgt. Pepper sessions, he finally did, producing a song that vividly portrayed daily life in Mossley Hill, from local landmarks to childhood routines. Paul described Penny Lane as a place filled with youthful memories, noting it was a central point where he changed buses on the way to visit friends or Lennon himself. In the band's official anthology, McCartney recalled John lending a hand on the song's third verse, a common practice when they tapped into shared childhood nostalgia. Penny Lane was recorded during the winter of 1966 to 67, with Paul fine-tuning the track over multiple sessions. Released with Strawberry Fields Forever in early 1967, the single confused some critics who were unprepared for its psychedelic tone and divergence from earlier Beatles hits. Commercially, it fell short of expectations in the UK, prompting speculation about the band's relevance. Lennon and Starr, however, didn't see it as a failure. In fact, Lennon remarked that a symbolic decline could be a relief. Despite mixed reactions at first, Penny Lane eventually reached #1 in the US and was certified gold. Over the years, the song, along with its double A-side counterpart, has gained appreciation as a nostalgic, dreamlike portrayal of Liverpool, even being described as mythologizing the city by writers and poets alike.